70s and 80s, even during the oil boom, oil glut, custom continued to contribute. Now, every year, we contribute trillions of naira towards Nigerian purse. For example, in my command, since January now, we have got a revenue of 52 billion for your Osun alone. That will show you every area like Papa Tinkan, what they have been contributing towards Nigerian state. Customs in Nigeria were formed in 1891. That was when customs started. And customs have been contributing towards Nigerian economy. During colonialism, most of the funds that were used to develop Nigeria, even home country Britain, France and Germany, they got it here. Now, even during the war, we had two world wars, 1914 to 1918, 1939 to 1945. Now, one of the reasons why Germany collapsed was that Nigerian customs deprived them the opportunity of bringing their goods here. The Allied power represented by Britain and France, they ordered customs that they should not allow goods from the Allied power represented by Germany to come into Nigeria. Therefore, they did not give them access. And they did not give them access to take raw materials. In other words, Nigerian customs contributed towards the end of that war in favor of the Allied powers. And that was why Germany was defeated. Because most of the raw materials they got during that time came from Africa, majority from Nigeria. Now, in 60s and 70s and 80s, even during the oil boom, oil glut, customs continued to contribute. Now, every year, we contribute trillions of naira towards Nigerian purse. For example, in my command, since January now, we have got a revenue of 52 billion for your Osun alone. That will show you every area like Papa Tinkan, what they have been contributing towards Nigerian state.
But I think the people who really need to go after the most are the people who are selling it. Because if it is not being sold, no one will be taking it. So when you catch one person selling, you have saved tens of potential customers who are buying from that individual. So that's why it's always important to spend, I don't know what percentage of resources or personnel. I'm not trying to teach you your job.
The functions of Nigeria Customs Service. What are jobs? And for us to understand the functions of other security agencies. Because it's only when you understand the job of other security agencies that you can understand yourself better and work well. Like in other places that I visited, I normally give them one example. That during the colonial struggle, Zeke said, let us forget our differences to forge ahead. Ahmadu Bello said, no, let us understand ourselves in order to forge ahead. It's this second stanza that I want to rely on. I want us to understand ourselves so that we can forge ahead. Ground, fertile ground for trade to thrive. Because it's only when you have trade that you can have prosperity. It's only when you have trade that poverty can be reduced. This is also one of the jobs of customs to make sure that those government policies that will implement it with human face. Because if you say that we are going to implement it wholeheartedly, the environment may not be conducive for us.
If customs are very well equipped and they are very gallant in what they do, other agencies will not have problem, and even security matters will be reduced because they are the one that will understand the flow of materials for arms, for goods, and so many other things flowing to the territory of our country. So on this note, I want to implore the entire Nigerian Customs Service to continue to do great things and also make our country proud in this sensitive period of trying to turn around the economy, and they should support the present administration of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, our their president.
And I was trying to say that I know that there is a synergy between Oyo and Osun. That we have one office, but I want to think that that office has been there for a long time. Probably when Osun is created out of Oyo State. I think you are aware of that. 1991. So Osun used to be part of Osun. So since then, that office has been there. So I want to plead that when you want to create Osun State, or when you want to expand, maybe to have state structure of Nigerian Customs Services, I think you should get, like the police, for example, they have state command. So I want to advise that anytime you want to create state structure for Osun, you want to construct your headquarters as well, please consult the Akaja to point to the area where you are going to have your structure. Point to the Akaja.
About Nigeria Customs Service, it talks about the history of customs, the reformation in customs, the achievements and challenges in customs, and above all, it talks about what you call waivers and exemption, which most of you don't know. Waivers and exemption. That's some what I may call the economic masters of Nigeria. They were giving waivers to import goods without paying duty, but they all abuse it. Between 2010 and 2013, 1.14 trillion was lost to waivers and exemption, which would have been used to develop Nigerian states. All of them are discussed in this book. When you read this book, your knowledge of customs will never be the same. So on behalf of our Controller General, Bashir Adeniyi, I'm giving
that we will do everything within our to support you, to make you achieve your aims and objectives and your goals. We will support you in every way possible.
I'm moving around based on the instruction of Amiable Controller General Bashir Adeniyi. When I was appointed area controller of Oyo Osun, he instructed me to meet the stakeholders, the traditional rulers, association and young and other groups. That is exactly what we have been doing. Because of constant conflict between customs and communities, we want to bring it to the minimum. That's why we are going from place to place, preaching the gospel of excellent trade facilitation. All the places we visit, they receive us, all the traditional rulers, they receive us very well. Even the stakeholders, all of them receive us very well. And they told us, they promised us that there will be a better relationship between customs and them. And they promised me if there is any challenge, that they will always call on me. Because they know that when they call on me, that we will have the intellectual and physical capability to solve their problem.